and welcome to this tutorial on creating simple procedural skyboxes in Unity. You know the famous default skybox that comes with each project. Did you also know you can create variations of it with Unity using in-house procedural skybox shader? This is something I enjoy using for almost every project, game, tutorial or prototype that I work on, and wanted to share how to do it with this video. Using this, we can apply various color combinations for sky and ground, change sun size or close it off entirely, give it a little bit more brightness or darkness. This was something that I had discovered while creating a custom skybox with skybox sprites. Now let me show you creating this one from scratch. First, in the project window, we will create a material by right-clicking the project folder, create, material, and let's name it new skybox. Then in the inspector, we will change its shader from standard to skybox, then procedural. This was a step that I was exposed to procedural skybox. Like there are the types of skybox shaders listed and there's one called procedural. And now we have our skybox material with a procedural shader. Let's set it to game space skybox by dragging and dropping it to the scene, which you can also do in lighting settings. I have been using it for various reasons, lighting up the background with more bright hues for tutorials like brighter blue sky and green ground, setting a somewhat gradients for prototypes, and I use this dark purple one for the skybox of my thesis, which takes place in a spooky forest and did not need a very detailed skybox. Now let me give you a more detailed walkthrough of the properties of the shader, which is detailed on the documentation page that I will link in the description. I want to start with the sun option. You can select none and don't show the sun. Select simple and show the sun to some degree. If you select high quality, you can also adjust sun size with sun size convergence. Sun size sets sun size as the name suggests, and higher the value, bigger the sun is. Sun size convergence again aids in sun size, but this time the lower it is, bigger the sun gets. Like this kind of magnitude, you can get an apocalyptic sun. Atmospheric thickness is a bit tricky. Documentation says it is about light absorption. You can leave it at default 1 and play around in close ranges. Now the colors. Sky tint, as the name suggests, tints the blue sky. When I set the tint to color white, we see the sky is blue. There is no direct color setting but tinting the blue sky. So when I set different colors, we can only see the blue color tinted by that color. On the contrary, we are free to set the ground any color and see it as it is. As we can see, white colors color the ground white as with others. You can opt for the same color of the sky, a darker blue for water, brighter green or other settings. Lastly, exposure. Playing with exposure is also fun. It manipulates the brightness of the skybox. Higher the value, brighter the sky is. These were the properties of procedural skybox shader. Playing around with these values, you can create many different settings for different circumstances. Before ending the video, let me give you a short coding demo for changing the values of the skybox material from code, as I plan to do so for a colorful thumbnail of this video. First of all, how would you know the string tags and types of the properties to change in the code? You can browse these after clicking Edit in the inspector and browsing the properties defined for the shader. On the left side, you can see how they are defined for code, and on the right side, their types and editor representations. I want to change sky tint and ground color, so I will be using the left underscored ones in my code, and since they are type of colors, I will use set color method of material. If the type was range or float, for example for sun size, I will use set float method. What I want to have is changing colors and arranging them for the thumbnail. So with a coroutine and a list of rainbow colors, I will set the colors for sky and ground. Wait 2 seconds and set the next color in the coroutine. This is just a demo to give you a short example to change the shader values from code. You can build upon from here if you would like. And this is the end result. One loop setting each color in the rainbow array to sky and ground colors of the skybox. As I said earlier, I enjoy working with colors and creating new procedural skyboxes for each project I start. I hope that with this you will also consider creating those in the future or just considering the option. This was it for this video. If you have any questions, suggestions or feedback, please let me know in the comments. There are some more topics that I plan to cover for future videos, but I am open to suggestions. If you like this video and want to see similar ones, you can give this one a like and subscribe for the future ones. I hope to see you in the next explorations and bye bye.